In today's video, we're going treasure hunting at the Goodwill outlet bins. You never know what you're going to find. Here is all of these bins full of items that they change out all day long. So we're going to look, take these items, maybe give them a makeover and style them in our home. I know y'all going to love today's video, so let's go ahead and get started. And I want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. You always see some interesting pieces at the Goodwill bins. Check out this hat right here. I think, do I need this for my next whatnot sale? I think I'll leave it here for somebody else to rescue. But I do love this little metal box right here. That's absolutely adorable, and I love that it's on a little pedestal. This one is coming home with us. Do not be afraid to mix metals, just like on this precious little box. If you love a metal color, put it in your decor. It will definitely all work together. Do y'all see what I see? Look how cute these plates look stacked up. All right, let's look at the rest of them. They're all white, glossy white with a little bit of pattern. These are precious. Let's see, it has a little marking on it, made in France. These are adorable. I like the size of them too. Normally I find like the dessert plate size, but these are smaller. Okay, we're gonna need this whole stack right here. Y'all, when I got home, I realized that last week at the Goodwill bins, I thrifted this stack of plates. Same brand, same pattern, just a little bit bigger dessert plates I was talking about. So how cool is that? And then let me show y'all this pie safe. I don't know if y'all remember this from a house in Louisiana. It was in my foyer. And look, we have 6 people in our family. This pantry is never going to be like a beautiful Pinterest-worthy pantry, but I did want to put something pretty in here because it just makes me happy. So I put this antique pie safe in here, and I am excited to decorate it. Y'all know I love taking these plates and just stacking them up. So now I have this whole cabinet I need to fill up. We're on the hunt for all of the white pictures and all of the glossy white pieces. What is this? Somebody must have put this back. Oh my gosh, it is heavy, hand carved little tray. I don't know if I love the orange color, but definitely got to get this, right? If you watch my videos, you know exactly what I'm going to do. This Dixie Belle Van Dyke brown glaze is like my secret weapon. You can take anything and put this glaze on it, and it's just going to tone it down and give it a more vintage vibe that is more of the style that I am looking for. So once I've covered the entire thing, I'm going to take a dry paper towel and just wipe off the excess. I'm going to do the bottom, but I wanted to show y'all what it kind of looked like before and what it looks like after you put the antiquing glaze on it. Here's some nice faux florals in the bins. Oh wow, these feel realistic almost. Pretty purple color, love those. Let's style these items up. So this is a beautiful cypress breadboard that I made. This is an outdoor rattan pitcher. The last time I checked, it was on sale at Walmart, so I'll link it in the description. Here are those beautiful hydrangeas I thrifted. Not sure exactly what this is called, but I'm gonna call it a dough bowl with a handle. These are my favorite cotton kitchen towels. I have them in my kitchen, and they're also available on my website. I added in the remaining hydrangeas, and of course, we need a cute little glossy white piece. And I love how this vignette came together, inspired by the items that I found this week at the Goodwill bins, along with items I already had. And the dough bowl matches perfectly with my dining table because I also use the antiquing glaze on it. If you do not know what Squarespace is, it is an online hosting platform, and that is who I chose to host my website, juliesdesignsandsigns.com. Squarespace makes it so easy to create a website without any web design experience with their design intelligence program. They help you create a beautiful website with AI technology, as well as help you create beautiful and professional listings. And with Squarespace payments, they are making it easier than ever to accept all your payments in one place. There's so many different options for your customers to pay. And if you're a business, you know you need as many options for your customers as possible. So if you think you're ready to take your business to the next level, make sure you head to squarespace.com to start your free trial. And when you are ready to launch your website, go to squarespace.com/Julie's Designs and Signs to save 10% off your first purchase of your website or domain. Wait, is this a piece of Tupperware shaped like celery? It is. I kind of love that. I think I like this. I think I'm gonna get it. Do you like the celery shaped Tupperware? Yeah, I think it's cute too.
It's different.
It's different. That's what I like about it. All right, let me put this under my arm. I don't want nobody to see my celery. What in the world? What's happening here? Santa. Some more vintage Tupperware. Oh, look, this one has a little Christmas tree. I think this is a Jello mold, so then when you took it out, the top would have a tree. And this one has a star. Maybe I should look these up. Wait, it opens like this. Is there another part that goes on here? I don't know. Y'all know I don't really bake. I'm gonna look those up though. I think this piece is a little quirky and fun, and this green color really looks good in my kitchen. I put it in this wooden tray and filled it with wooden utensils. It could also be a vase, and you could add some florals to it. So y'all let me know. If you came across this piece at the thrift store, would you leave it or would you rescue it? Ooh. Look at this cute cloche with this knobby top. Love that. Oh, and look at these glass angels. Oh man, this one has a chip right here. They're so pretty though. Should I rescue them or should I leave them here? Had a tag under it, but I can't read it. This one says Amory, Mississippi. I think I'm gonna leave them here because of the chip. Maybe somebody else will rescue them. I always pick up nice cloches when I find them because then I can pair them with plates whenever I find some great ones. Like all of these beautiful fancy floral plates that are going to be in my next would not sale. This cloche fits perfectly on all of them. I think this might be my favorite plate. This is a hand painted one and it is absolutely beautiful. So find a cloche, find a plate, and you'll have a matching set. Here's a little pine cone decorative piece. I find these pretty often at the Goodwill bins, but they are usually broken. This one is in great shape, and I actually love the finish on it. I think this would look good in my house as is. When you are decorating, don't forget about your windowsills. They are the perfect place to create little vignettes. So I added 2 vintage blue books, our piece that we thrifted from the Goodwill bins. I love the finish on this. It really does look perfect with my house. And I don't know if y'all have been watching my thrifting adventures on my Julie Thrift channel, but I recently found a bunch of vintage clocks, amazing pieces. So of course I had to keep some for myself. Here's a tissue box cover. It's a nice thick one. It looks like somebody already tried to give it a makeover with some spray paint, but I think we can give it another makeover and make this look really good. I know y'all have seen a ton of pieces at the thrift store with bad spray paint jobs. It's pretty easy to sand them and smooth them out. So that's what I'm going to do with this tissue box before I get started. I want to give it a shabby chic look. So we're going to start off by painting it with Dixie Belle chalk paint in the color Tea Rose, which is a beautiful dusty vintage pink color. IOD's Lattice Rose is the perfect shabby chic paint inlay. You get all of these pages of different patterns. They remind me of vintage wallpaper, and look how amazing they look on pink. I think this one with the stripes is going to be perfect and look amazing with the Dixie Belle Tea Rose color. So paint inlays are super simple and easy to use, and it's going to give you this vintage worn look that is really hard to get with any other product. So the first thing I want to do is I want to give it another coat of chalk paint. You're going to want wet paint for this. So I'm going to get my coat of paint on there, and then I'm going to add the paint inlay. Once the paint inlay is on there, you are going to spritz it with a mister. You want it to be wet. And then once you wet it, you're going to let it completely dry. And once it's dry, you're going to come back with your mister and you're going to wet it again. And that activates the paint so that way you can carefully pull it off. This is my favorite part. So the paint inlay is actually paint. And when you put it on top of wet chalk paint, it embeds the paint in there and it's not going to come out perfect. And that's what I love about the paint inlay. So you're going to get this natural shabby chic look without even trying that hard. Like, look how amazing this is. So now I just need to add the paint inlays to the side and then this piece will be done. This never gets old. I love pulling off these paint inlays, and make sure you put them on the side and let them dry because you can use them up to 3 times. Y'all leave a comment below and let me know if you love how this shabby chic tissue box turned out. Alright guys, that is the end of today's video. Drop a comment below. Let me know what was your favorite project or item that I found at the Goodwill bins today. And don't forget to come check me out on Thursdays on Whatnot. It is tons of fun over there. And if you are an avid thrifter and maybe you have a big stash of items and you've been thinking of selling on Whatnot as well, I have another Winning on Whatnot workshop coming up in August. It's going to start August 11th. It's about a week and a half of training, and then we actually go live on Whatnot. I help you with the shipping. So all the scary things, I will be there to hold your hand. So if that's something you've been thinking about, I will leave a link to that in the description so y'all can check it out. And I also have the vintage drop coming up on my website. So if you don't know, the first Wednesday of every month at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, everything that I've thrifted for all month long, and including the projects that I create in these videos, go up for sale at 6 p.m. Set your alarms because items sell very fast. So that's on my website, juliesdesignsandsigns.com. And if you're interested in starting your own website, make sure you check out squarespace.com/juliesdesignsandsigns, and they are giving my viewers 10% off. And I'll also have that linked in the description for y'all. So y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see y'all next week with another thrifting DIY home decorating adventure. Bye guys.